Because and on top of that, he was just rambling. He didn't actually acknowledge what we were saying. Bro, the dude went on a Twitter space months ago, and I just got aware of it. In the Twitter space, he was actively like disrespecting Let's Keep It a Buck by claiming that they were clout chasing me. And it has been established for several times that nigga, nobody not clout chasing nobody, bro. One of the members is my actual biological blood brother, and then everybody else are people that I've known before quote unquote clout was gained. That's just common sense. And I don't even really have to spend that much time explaining that because what's crazy is most of the people in this space, in that space, who interact with me know how I interact. Y'all know that I interact on some cool shit. Like I'm just, hey, I'll pop up on a podcast to show love, or hey, I'll be in a Discord talking to people. Like y'all already know how I move. So him trying to get off the clout chase shit is practically pointless. It is practically pointless because people already know how I move in the community. I don't move off of this. I'm going to do this because I can gain a certain type of following. I don't move that way. I have never moved that way. Most people in this room know that I don't move that way because most people in this room either knew me from locker room. And the reason why I brought up locker room is because locker room was a platform where there was no clout being gained. You could not gain clout on that platform. You literally couldn't. You couldn't gain clout off that platform because it was an independent app. If you don't know me from there, you probably know me from Discord. Behind the scenes, that is a private, that's an application has private servers, so no clout is being gained. If you know me in the HTC Discord or the BBU Discord, some of y'all don't even know that the Hoops Talk Discord in a basketball was it basketball universe pop Discord, whatever it is. But y'all know for a fact I rarely even share the link to those discords because I don't move that way. Most of y'all probably have known me to do these things for years now. So when he was making these arguments off of clout chasing, it didn't make any sense because we all know that that's not how I move or how any of us actually move. But what I found very interesting is that as soon as Twitter Spaces started to occur, more people were more concerned about what I have accomplished or my following or what I'm doing with this and that in my numbers than I actually was, which is crazy. So the statement in which I was trying to pin him down on is that how are you going to claim that people are clout chasing when we can all cite numerous times where we were on private, independent servers, private, independent platforms where nobody was gaining clout, and that's how we all established these connections. Some of y'all who are here were on locker room when there was nothing gained there. We were just on locker room talking basketball. And for people who know us from locker room, y'all know on locker room we were talking the exact same way. Niggas talking the same way on an app where you cannot gain no clout back then. So y'all sitting here saying that people doing shit for clout, bro. We were talking this way on an app that only had like 1,000 active users on it. How is that possible? So the whole purpose of why I had that moment on the podcast was to make sure everybody was informed on how ridiculous what he's saying was, because it was ridiculous. Again, understandable if he wants to respond. I have no problem with him responding because in that situation, I did breach the mutual unwritten contract that we had about not speaking to one another. But I needed it to be understood and clear that, bro, there's no clout chasing to be gained, especially on Twitter, because none of us really care that much about fucking Twitter clout, bro. Furthermore, to the people who were on Locker Room, I not only said it then, I'm gonna say it now just in case you missed it. For the people who are in Locker Room, the reason why I give opportunities and I come in y'all spaces now is because I'm returning the favor. I'm not going to sit here and start outing people so I can give that man some ammo so he can then dog somebody else. Because I already know that's what he's about to do. Because he is a coon. I already know what he about to do. He's a coon. I know he wants me to say somebody's name so then he can drag them through the mud. He's a coon. But the reason why I give certain people certain opportunities and I come in some of these people's spaces is because I recognize some of these people from Locker Room. It's the reason why I told some of y'all in Locker Room who were in my last space, hey, when we transition to Twitter space, make sure y'all keep Locker Room in your bios or your name so I know. So now when Twitter spaces is starting, I can hop in your Twitter space and I can give the same respect you gave to me on that platform. I can give it back to you. It's the reason why I give certain people in the community job opportunities because it's the only way I'm in this position now is because of you. So I'm damn near getting the money that I'm getting from Locker Room, Spotify, and Twitter and handing it back to them because I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for them. Those people, they know who they are. I don't need to say it. I'm not here trying to even put a pat on my back, but I am here to establish that if we all in it for one another, the same respect that you gave me on an independent platform like Locker Room, like Green Room, I'm going to give it back to you on Twitter. You cannot believe, because I'm first to say, if you think that I'm doing this on my own, I'm not. I know the role in which y'all play a part in. I know the role in which Let's Keep It a Buck plays a part in. I know the role in which everybody plays a part in. Never in my life will I ever act as if like I'm doing this on my own. But that does not then give anybody the right to turn around and denigrate somebody else, especially when those people have established platforms, regardless if I'm there or if I am not. Point blank, period. So no, you cannot go around sitting here saying that somebody else's clout chasing or their platform only exists because of whoever, and they've already established it and continue to grow it without me participating on it. To say that Let's Keep It a Buck is they clout chasing off of me when the last podcast I was on was the first one I've been on in God knows how many months, and they jumped from basically 50K to 100K within a finite amount of time. That makes no sense. To say that people on in Twitter spaces is clout chasing off of me when the people that I'm in their Twitter spaces, we've been talking and communicating, and I saw them back in Locker Room when there was no clout to be gained. That makes no sense. I'm in their Twitter space because they were in my Locker Room. That's why. But again, he doesn't understand. Half of the people on this app, they don't understand because they weren't there. They were not on that platform. They do not understand the conversations that were being had behind the scenes with me and Twitter representatives who were literally looking at the information, the data, the growth that had been seen from locker room to green room. They weren't there. They weren't there. So again, bro, this is not no clout chasing. These are people who've been having ongoing conversations for years now. 4 years. I know for some people, Twitter Space only started last year, but people have been on Green Room and Locker Room for this dates further back than just last year. And you are now coming into a community that's been established. That's it. And as always, bro, I appreciate everything that y'all have done. And opportunities have been given to people, especially those who I deem fit to uphold the opportunity. But if somebody truly believes that I have 4 YouTube channels and a Twitch, and I do this, as well as everything else that I do in real life, bro, if y'all think that I do all of this shit on my own, if y'all want to believe that I really haven't given nobody any opportunity, if that's what people want to believe, hey, let them run with it. But I'm not about to sit here and disclose the people I employ and how much money I pay them. I'm not about to do that. That would be absurd, especially to a person, especially to a person who I know is going to do nothing but take that information and then continue to denigrate that person without understanding the full context of the relationship that I've built with that person. Because of the relationship that I built with these people go beyond Twitter spaces. A lot of this shit goes beyond locker room, green room. A lot of it goes beyond YouTube. So for people not to understand that, I get it. But once the information is given to you, bro, you cannot keep acting as if like you are aware of what's going on when you don't even know the have. And that nigga, as well as a bunch of other people over there, don't know the have. They don't even know how, and I'm not even like trying to like say talk some big shit, but for the people who are here in this room right now, who were on locker room, who are on green room, y'all know that they don't know the have. Y'all know they don't. Y'all know when they talking out they ass, they just talking. And finally, I cannot be on a platform when niggas talking about fighting each other, but a nigga is yelling back and forth. That nigga is doing nothing. He was yelling for literally the entire time and yelling and talking about nothing. That nigga is yelling and talking about nothing. So that nigga is, and also just says a lot of lies too, blatant lies. In one space, he openly admits that the reason why this nigga and takes no accountability. Reason why he couldn't go to the league is because the nigga could not pass tests. Nigga was he got he was on academic probation. He was failing classes. And even when he was explaining it, oh no, they made me fail classes. It's on them. It ain't on me. It's a shicey. They trying to put me out on it. Nigga, you couldn't pass math. That's why you didn't make it. Ain't no conspiracy theory around it. You look like you in shape. Great. Good for you. I'm happy. Hopefully you find another route. Maybe it's not as a player. Maybe it's a coach. Maybe it's a trainer. Maybe it's something else. But nigga, don't lie about it. When I asked you about it in that space, don't lie about it, nigga. You didn't make it because nigga, you failing tests. And you openly admit that you failed a test. Don't lie about it, nigga. Damn. But again, bro, The community that is being built has expanded well beyond Twitter Spaces. The community that has been built was being expanded on other platforms, on different applications for years now. And I know many of you all may not be aware of it. Some of you actually are aware of it. But the community in which me and a lot of other people have built, it's not because we're clout chasing on Twitter. If you know any of us, we have conversations about basketball in private settings very often. I damn near do it every day, still to this day. I hop on Discord and I talk basketball with niggas privately practically every single day. Practically every day. So again, to discredit, to denigrate, to belittle what somebody else has done, to sit there and say they clout chasing, when again you have no idea how any of this was established, is kind of odd to me. I don't even know what. I guess I'll just run through these people real quick. There's only 4 people with requests, and we're gonna do it real quick, and then we'll keep it pushing because I'm about to end